Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Midwest Dungeon Delvers. Tonight, it is our tabletop RPG series known as The Fair Before the Fowl. Episode 19 coming at you tonight. And hey, I just want to say, it's a blessing to have all of you with us tonight, and I hope you will be just as blessed by tonight's stream. Let's hop in and see what's going to happen tonight in our episode of The Fair Before the Fowl.
Argh the troll with strength of stone, cave and mud his ancient home, blending ages, milk and honey, folk with brass, the mudmen's irony. Oh, the tales of night and day, grit and magic, steel and clay, guided in swords, riddles be praised, our gods paths in a wild arrays. It's the fair before the fowl, the fair before the fowl. Quiet steps on muddy land, Roman tools and elfin lore, stands between peace and war. Guide and guides on wings of green, sprites own magic, secret sheen, harbinger of twilight's call, dances through the midnight throng. Oh, the tales of night and day, grit and magic, steel and clay, guided in swords, riddles be praised, our gods paths in a wild arrays. It's the fair before the fowl, the fair before the fowl.
Alright, now we are down a Gaiden for the first little bit of tonight's stream, but he shall join us momentarily. Hey, our wonderful master of games for this series, what happened last time?
Well, in last week's episode, you guys had some interesting rituals happen, as well as exploration of various goblin-esque requests, which then led to a group of trolls coming out and attacking you guys, and a battle ensued. The Troll King was able to get away. And you guys are now on the hunt for the troll.
Well, I think the first thing I'm gonna do, cause the Troll King left. He ran away, right? He portaled out.
He portaled out for a little bit.
Okay. What of the remaining troll forces? Did they scatter?
Nope, they all went through the portal as well with him.
The first thing I do is I attempt to rally all the magic users within our camp to see if we can open the portal to go after them, or at least figure out where they went.
Okay. Make an influence check.
Ooh. You know what would have been cool to bring over to this new setup that I have? My dice. I will be right back with my dice. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. walking across my apartment now. For such stuff. Alright. Dice roll. Influence. Why, my good sir, that's a 14.
Yeah, you're able to get the vast majority of the magic users in the camp to rally to you. As they attempt to reopen the portal, the magic used to open the portal was different than what they are capable of figuring out. Again, with similar to the... Well, you were able to notice that the Troll King had the red tattoos kind of like Argh, but not as far down.
Right. Okay, so they are unable to determine where he went.
They're unable to open the portal back up.
Okay. That's fine if you can't open it, but can you at least give me a direction as to where they went?
Let's see, give me 1 second to find the dice.
You're fine.
Rugger goes, there is no way to determine where he went at this point. Because I've never seen magic like this before.
Unfortunate. Karu?
Karu walks up, yes.
Why? Why is this magic being used against us?
He looks over at Argh and goes, it's not what we're used to.
Unfortunate.
Because there's something weird about these trolls.
I agree. They are coordinated, which is troublesome, to say the least. The fact that they bend the knee to this troll king, it's upsetting.
Yeah, I've only known one other troll to be smart enough to get a following.
Yes. I look towards Argh. Do I see him doing any preparations or trying to figure out?
I'm pretty focused on Tom Tom at the moment. His ritual's not done. I kind of want backup. And honestly, I got a couple of bruises, but I did not take much damage in that fight.
Yeah, it looks like Argh is more focused on doing something else at the moment. Yeah.
I shan't rush him. Seems he's doing something important.
How is Tom Tom's ritual looking?
Let's see. After your fight, you can see like the stuff you put in the offering bowls has disappeared, and the skin that you draped over, or the skin you draped over him, along with the bones that you put around, are slowly being absorbed into Tom Tom.
Okay.
So it's probably, mostly done.
All right.
It's just the
Soon as
waiting for everything to kind of settle after it gets in.
As soon as I got myself another elite warrior, we're gonna go visit the neighbors.
What a polite way of putting it.
Uh, so as you guys are waiting for the troll and everything,
Slink Skulk,
yeah, boss.
is there any way that we can send a scouting party to where me and my crew were first attacked?
Yeah, we can do that. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
I would like to know if the the trolls, make their den in that region, or perhaps we were just happened upon.
I will send out some scouts, and I still need to check the reports from the scouts that were already out. Yeah, give me a few minutes. I'll be right back.
All right, perfect.
And the princess, not the princess, the one of the princess's guard that you've interacted with,
Yes.
walks up and Biddlesby,
Yes.
the princess is wondering what you're going to do about these trolls.
Subjugate as many as we can. Any who refuse, it is better that they not breed.
He nods and he goes, so there was a lot of them.
Quite a few, yes.
So are you going to attempt to take them out one on, like, try and find them when they're like alone, or are you trying to face them head on?
I will not deny our good and wonderful Argh his enjoyment of a worthy contest.
He just kind of nods and he goes, so you're gonna go face them head on? The
Probably.
princess thinks you should wait a few days.
A few
Argh
days.
looks over. Can Argh hear this conversation? Is he close enough for it to be heard?
Oh, probably.
Argh plans on collecting one troll at a time from the group.
Ah, you see, you heard it here.
And I'm sorry, I just got a really important phone call. I will be right back.
Of course.
Good. He just kind of looks over at Argh, who says this, looks back at you, Biddlesby, and goes, the princess thinks it would be a good idea to wait a couple days for backup to come.
Reinforcements from the capital. For
Not capital, but reinforcements. That's a good word to use.
for trolls.
Specialists.
How about we do what we can while we're waiting? If it becomes too much of a problem, we can always back away.
And then he just looks back at Argh and goes, yes, back away and looks at you.
I understand that present company may find it hard to do so, but we must nonetheless.
He gives you the like long look of like, I can't.
And I'm back.
Alright. Yeah, he gives you the look of, I can't force you. However, the princess was kind of insistent. That level of look of like, and he just kind of, it is how you would like to do it, Spittlesby. I was just relaying the information from the princess.
I tell you what.
Word to her brother, who is some specialists in the area that might be able to help.
Duly noted. I will go speak with the princess as soon as I am done witnessing this ritual to my satisfaction.
And he goes, okay, and then turns around and walks away. You also notice that the the skin and the bones have largely begun to be absorbed into the troll's body.
Okay. Have I seen this type of ritual before, or is this my first time seeing Argh do one of these?
This is your first time.
Yeah, I'm taking careful notes so I can report back to the princess.
And you take the notes, and you watch the ritual go. It continues. The troll absorbs all of this stuff and passes out.
Subject may fall unconscious at ritual's completion. Period.
As soon as he's unconscious, I will unchain him, remove him from the ritual circle, give him a health checkup, and then just stand nearby waiting for him to wake up.
Yeah, you'd already unchained him beforehand.
Right, before the ritual. Right, well, I'd still drag him, check him over, and
give me
wait
a
for him to
medicine
wake up.
check.
Second here. Got too many things going on. Okay, where you at? There you are. Perfect. Intelligence, eh? My strong point. No, wait. Strength is my strong point. Alrighty. Okay, not too shabby. 18 minus 1 plus 2 is 19 total.
Okay. Yeah, the troll looks like he is in good health. He's just undergoing a metamorphosis of sorts.
Perfect. I'm going to find something that is large and heavy.
Okay.
If my previous stone that I was beating him with is around, I will pick that up.
Okay.
Just as a purely precautionary gesture.
Yeah. It'll take him. It'll take him a little while to wake up. About 3 hours before he'll be able to wake up and move on his own.
I'm pretty much just going to be standing watch the whole time. Healing up a little bit, but...
As he's dragged him over, that's when I go to the princess.
Okay. You go to the princess, yeah. Are let in. Littlesby, what brings you here?
Well, Your Majesty, I wish to seek your counsel for the wisest of moves here upon this playing field we find ourselves.
nods. She goes, not a bad idea.
You see, there is an individual calling himself the Troll King.
So I heard.
And, its followers are vast. Now, I have heard from one of your guard that it would be wise to wait a couple of days for backup to arrive. Who are these reinforcements?
Oh, see, my brother has some contacts in the area.
Some contacts, you say?
Yes, not exactly. Oh, what would you say? Authorized personnel.
Understood. And they will be of use to us.
They should be able to.
Right. Well, Argh has completed a strange ritual. It seems to subjugate one of the other trolls he managed to capture.
Okay. It subjugates individuals?
I have no idea if that's what it did or what. It's a strange ritual, and I saw Argh remove the chains before performing this, as if he wasn't worried or concerned as to what the troll would do upon awaking.
Kind of nods and goes, wonder what Argh is up to.
I just wished to report that before moving on.
Well, thank you. I'm not 100% sure what Argh is up to, but, I'll take a small walk.
Wonderful. Do you need an escort?
It would look good if you were with me.
Then, and I hold out my arm for her.
Yep. She follows you out.
All right.
As you guys go over to the ritual spot, she takes note of the ritual circle that he used and stuff like that. Looks over at the troll, looks over at Argh. Argh, what happened?
When?
And she kind of gestures down to the circle.
Oh, I drew that.
Right, but what was the purpose behind it?
Stronger trolls?
And she just kind of nods and she goes, okay. Taps Biddlesby on the shoulder. Don't worry. He's experimenting.
Argh knows what he's doing.
Oh, well, as long as it doesn't come to harm you, Argh, I say go for it.
Argh looks down and looks up with like this. That's a good question. Kind of look on his face a couple of times, and then looks at Biddlesby and is like, 2 thumbs up, nice guy grin. No problem.
just nervously rubs his temples.
Don't worry, I think Argh has the hang of this thing.
Well. And you said it strengthened the one we captured.
Argh shrugs. Probably.
Well, that is concerning.
His name's Tom Tom.
Tom?
Argh, proud smile, major head nods.
Did he tell you his name, or did you give him a name?
My name better than any name he had before. His name's Tom Tom.
Ah. Understood.
Well, I'll let you two get back to it.
But, thank you for your advice, and we shall see what the plan is after this troll awakens.
Yes. Not a problem, Biddlesby. It was good seeing you again, Argh.
Hi, pretty lady.
And she just walks back to her home and goes back inside. A couple hours pass. The troll wakes up. The troll does not speak because the troll is dumb.
Okay.
The troll is dumb for now.
Come, Tom Tom. Must test you out. I'm gonna put him through a physical. Make him run back and forth, do jumping jacks, hit him with my stick a whole bunch, just sort of see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, as you hit him and stuff like that, you notice like he's got more his skin's thicker. It absorbs the blows better, and then you can also feel like whenever you hit like one of the bones or whatever, you can feel how like they've been strengthened or more dense.
Right. Well, it's time to go hunting. I'm going to take Megora and Tom Tom, and I'm going to go see if I can find another troll in the tunnels with the help of the sneaky goblins.
Oh, speaking of the
Wonderful.
sneaky goblin,
Yes.
Slink Skulk reports back to you. Hey, boss, sorry it took so long, but I had to go track down some of the guys.
Report to me, Slink Skulk.
Well, it just so happens, and he kind of looks over at Argh, and like expectantly, as he's like handing you a handful of papers, and he looks over at Argh, and he's like, Argh, you get the sense that he's kind of asking if he can give out some information.
Okay, hang on. I'm making an intelligence check here. Okay, yeah, Argh gets what he's saying, and just sort of gestures like, who cares?
He goes, so, as he's handing over all this paperwork, he goes, so, the gist of all of this is that they did find the den a little while ago. They've just recently gotten the report back to me, though.
And the den's location was?
It's like, a day and a half, 2 days away.
So, if we wait a couple of days and then head out with these reinforcements, perhaps, say, Slink Skulk, What do you suggest? And I kind of like lean over him.
Well, boss, if it were up to me, numbers are always the better option, and they have a lot more than you, Argh, and 2 other trolls. There's 19 of them, and 3 trolls and you, and you guys are potent, but like, that's a lot of trolls.
You're not wrong, Slink Skulk.
Arg
And
thinks we should spend the next couple of days recruiting from amongst the King's own numbers. Like Tom Tom.
that's not a bad idea either, boss. You could pick off, like, maybe a straggler or 2. Or maybe, like, a troll gets bored and the Troll King's not able to, keep his people in the den. And so, you might be able to pick a couple off. And then if Argh can recruit them, then that's more for your number. Bolsters.
Arg grins and smacks the stoned club into his palm a couple of times. Arg is good at recruiting.
Yes.
Very good at recruiting. And he just kind of nods vigorously. And he goes, but to be fair, we don't really know what this group of reinforcements are. So they might be bringing, like, some firepower or numbers of their own. So it might be able to even the field, so to speak. Or maybe it's like 3 people, and then it really wasn't worth waiting anyway. It's sad. I don't know. But that was my suggestion, boss. I think it would be good to wait and pick off a couple.
Then why don't you have a couple of scouts stationed near the den and let us know if any stragglers should make their move?
Are there any criminal goblins in the camp?
It depends on what you mean by criminal goblins.
Goblins deserving punishment by the laws of the camp.
Well, Biddlesby hasn't really put out a set of laws for the crossroads. So technically not
Arg
really.
turns to Biddlesby with a dude, really? Look on his face like, I'm dumb, but even I'm not that dumb. There's no code of law in this camp?
The goblins have been tending to themselves. I did not wish to mess with goblin custom. They have their chieftains, and their chieftains answer to me.
Arg walks over and towers over him. So, you don't want to gather a large number of goblins together under a force that answers solely to you, seeing to it that they obey and follow your orders at any minute?
Should it be required, I believe I should, at this point, have the power to use my words to compel such action.
Such actions is seeing to it that a code of morals, ethics, or a system of following rules is set up, such as you desire it to be, seeing to it that the camp is done in an orderly manner according to your desires?
If I might make a suggestion,
Yes.
you could pick one of your chieftains, and he kind of gestures to himself, to work out how to best set up a system of laws so that all the goblins follow the same.
Nice try, Slink Skulk.
If anyone, it would be the healer. He's the one that most goblins value.
I concur with Argh here. Rugger would be a fine lawmaker.
Besides, you'd be more in the enforcement and scouting division anyway.
If not that, then espionage.
True enough.
I like where both of your heads are at. This is good. Well, if I have a vote, I would prefer, if not me, then Drekken. He would be good.
The aggressive warmonger?
No, that's Karoo. And Slag.
No, Karoo is the violent musclehead.
No, that's Slagwort.
Well, then which one? You all have weird names. Which one?
So Karoo is the one who knows about the rituals. He made Slagwort strong in a ritual and made him an even bigger musclehead.
Oh, right. I'm forgetting the goblin tribe. Sorry, the dwarven-ish tribe. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
No, still.
Yeah, I think Drekken's the one who's like very honorable and like he wants like a seat at like a high up position. He's trying to move up for his people.
His ritual makes things dodgy.
Well, Drekken's the. If not me, then Drekken, and I like what you have planned for me, so Drekken.
So Drekken.
I don't make decisions anyway.
I think it would be a good tag team effort between Drekken and Ruga.
But Ruger's, you know.
What?
Too nice.
Sword in one hand, coin in the other.
He's the diplomat. He's the nice one. He's the healer.
Well, yes. And wouldn't you want him to have a say in how your kind are punished?
No. Do you want a goody two-shoes to make all the rules, or do you want somebody who, like, puts the well-being of everyone above, some comfort?
Hence Drekken.
Right, Drekken makes the most sense. Otherwise, you get a soft, a soft healer who's gonna try and make everything all, lovey-dovey.
Why not both?
That's what I'm saying. We have a tag team of Rugger and Drekken. Drekken having the more say.
Well, my thought is, have the aggressive guy handle the laws while the soft guy handles the civics.
I'm just telling you what I think. It's up to you guys. The Chief of Chiefs makes the decisions.
I would like to point out that our fearless leader is consulting a troll, so, this whole thing is kind of uncertain to begin with.
Well, he's consulting a troll and his spy master, so that works.
Well, let's also keep in mind, both of you, that it's not just any troll, and I put my hands on my hips and look at Argh. Not just any troll, and not just any spy master.
This is true. He took on the Troll King and made the Troll King run.
Exactly. Of course, I would ask your advice in dealing with troll matters. Now, in terms of the goblin camp and rules, you were the one who said that there needed to be rules. I think the goblins were doing just fine governing themselves in their own tribes.
Argh looks at you with this, really? They're goblins. Do you trust a troll in a supply tent?
I don't think anyone could stop the troll in the supply tent.
Irrelevant. Whatever. Anyway, I just work here, man.
So do you want me to get Drekken and Rugger for you?
Yes, Slink Skulk. Please fetch Drekken and Rugger for me.
Alright, boss. And he walks off and he yells at two of his guys to go run off and find him.
Oh, I love that.
And he just kind of sits like, like far enough away to where you could yell for him to come back. But he's definitely going to intercept Rugger and Drekken.
He's like, go bring them to me. And then I bring them to the boss.
100%.
Oh, I love that. I love that for Slink Skull. Good for him.
You see the little staff bobbing through the camp, and you hear Drekken walking through the camp.
Of
They
course.
meet up with Slink Skull. Slink Skull comes back with, I brought him, boss.
Why? Thank you, Slink Skulk.
Boss.
I give him that knowing look of like, I know how much effort you did just there.
He went and got both at the same time. That's impressive.
That's right.
I'll leave you all to it. Unless you need me for anything, boss.
No, I think that will be all, Slink Skulk. Thank you for your time and effort today.
Anytime, boss. Anytime. You just let me know anything you need. I got you, boss.
All right. Drekken. Ruga.
Ah, yes. Biddlesby, what can we do for you?
We have, it seems, a bit of a, crossroads at the crossroads.
Drekken just stares at you, trying to make a pun out, and he just shakes his head no.
Alright, fine. Whatever. It has come to my attention that there is not a set of governing laws for the goblin contingent while at the crossroads.
Yeah, Drekken just looks at you and goes, that's kind of an understatement.
So, it may behoove us to create one that all the tribes agree to.
You almost sounded like a leader there for a second, Biddlesby.
Almost.
Almost.
Here's what I want from the two of you. I am familiar with several goblin customs, but not the ways in which you govern yourselves. So, I would like you both to interview each of the chieftains and how they have governed their clans so far. And bring me those things, and then we will devise a list from all of them.
Drekken just looks at you and goes, so, Rugger, you're gonna go talk to the chieftains? And Rugger just, yes, I'll talk to the chieftains. And you just see this old goblin staff bobbing through the camp.
Drekken, why didn't you go with him?
And he just turns and looks at you and goes, because it's kind of obvious how the different groups run. He gestures over to like some of Sling Skull's guys. He goes, "They're run like a group of thieves. So like bandits or some other, ne'er do well. Rugger's a bunch of hippies." Points over to Slagwort and he goes, "You really need me to interview Slagwort?
No.
The might makes right, people.
No.
They, no offense, Argh, but they do what Argh does. They headbutt each other to figure out who's right."
But that is how you figure out who's right.
Exactly. My point exactly. And the only one who might be worth interviewing is Peru. But Karoo is basically is basically the same as me in this regard, just different.
Just a little different. I see what you're saying and getting at. However,
So I mean, really, that was a really easy interview process. I interviewed them all without them even having to be here.
quite humorous. If that's the case, then pray tell, what are the governing laws in which you would enact?
Well, when I said you were almost a leader, yeah, it's not about consensus of everybody agreeing to something. It's about you make a standard, and that's what everybody has to follow because you're the boss. And so, if you take everybody into consideration, you're going to have to make some compromises on things. Whereas if you just say, hey, this is how we're doing it now, everybody get on board with it. It doesn't really, they might not be happy, but they'll do it.
Argh comes, storming over, very loudly. Gets right up in Biddlesby's face, points at him, and points at the goblin. I forgot his name already again.
Drekken.
That's what Argh was saying! And storms off.
Wow. 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 All right. We really want to play that game? You don't want me making the rules.
Oh, if you want to have some of a goblin-esque rule system, he goes, I could give you how I would run it.
How would you run it, Drekken?
And he goes, well, simply you need to have a standard for, what the laws are. What's the acceptable things that can be done? What are the unacceptable things that can be done? Can you steal from somebody who's passed out? Probably no. Probably not the best thing to do. Because then you breed animosity, and then there's a fight, and potentially somebody dies. That creates a whole new problem. Then you gotta figure out, all those other little minor details. But a lot of those minor details you don't have to get involved with. You can just delegate that duty down to someone else.
All right. I will come up with 4 tenets by the end of the day, and all goblin kind must adhere to these.
Okay, that's better. Question then becomes, who are you going to delegate the minutia of details down to?
I think I'm looking at him.
Do you want me to be in charge under you? Like a second in command?
Let me put it this way. If Rugger is a hippie, Slagwort is musclehead, Karoo is... Karoo.
You both say Karoo at the same time.
Yeah. Then I say the only goblin I can trust is you.
And he just he does like a little mocking bow. He goes, "You are too kind, Biddlesby."
Well, I know that when you want something done, you get it done.
Yes, I do.
And how would you describe how I led the siege?
Irresponsibly.
Duly noted.
Effective, but irresponsible. As I recall, there was a charge, and nobody was there.
Correct.
Where you could have died immediately. Like you would have gotten, if it wasn't for the goblins being the goblins in that town being completely inadequate. You could have gotten, porcupined.
You are correct.
And then you went into the city without backup.
Yes.
And then you fought you decided to have a duel in the middle of an active war zone. That, a war is not a place where you want to have duels. So yeah, irresponsible, effective, amazing, great for morale. But irresponsible.
Irresponsible. Hey, Drekken. This is why I can trust you.
I mean, yeah, I call it like it is, and I don't hold back.
All right. So, I trust that you will delegate.
Yeah, I'll delegate. I'll make sure everybody gets in line. You give me the tenants. I'll work out the minutia of details, and then we'll make sure it all is ironed out and working well.
All right.
I'll begin working on the paperwork. And like as he walks away, you can see him like yell out for several of his guys, and like,
Yeah.
they start running around real quick.
Yup. What to do? What to do?
Fiddlesby.
Yes.
Karoo is next to you.
Yes. Karoo.
I have something to show you.
Pray tell. What is it?
Well, you gave me and Gaiden a little bit of liberty to do improved rituals.
Yes.
Just curious if you'd like to see the effect.
Sure. Show me.
We will say you're the first of the Biddlesby's special.
Ha ha ha.
And he walks you outside of the crossroads.
Mm.
Not wearing his normal armor, wearing like a black robe.
That's weird. Is he leading me out by myself? Like there's no one coming?
Yeah. Yeah, nobody else is following you.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't think I'd go without some backup. I think I'd have to go with at least Gaiden.
Okay. We will say that you have Gaiden along with you.
Good.
Alright, so you and Gaiden are following Karoo in his black robes, and he walks you over to outside the camp, around one of the bins, and
Yep.
yeah. You see a little flash of red, and then, come, Biddlesby, Gaiden. And it leads you into an open cave hole. And yeah, instead of going down, it just goes straight into what looks like a big room.
Huh. Interesting.
He goes, yes. Ah, don't mind the material.
The material? And I inspect.
Yeah, you look around and you see like, there's yeah, viscera, body parts, things like that.
Oh, lovely.
He just goes. He walks you over to a section where you can see the red glowing sigils and everything. He goes, "This is your first goblin that you had made." And yeah, it's a little bit smaller than one of Slagwort's guys, but yeah, stands like one of Karoo's guys, and you can see like a decent intellect in there too.
What is your name?
Well, that's the thing, Biddlesby. You get to name him. He's the first.
Ha!
He's a new breed, so to speak.
Speak goblin.
It looks at you kind of like, what do you want me to say, Biddlesby?
You know my name already.
We all know your name, Biddlesby.
What do you mean, we?
We all know your name, Biddlesby. It's, we all have been here at the crossroads.
Well, fine. I shall name you. Is there, like, any distinguishing features on this goblin?
I mean, give me an awareness check to see if
that.
you can tell the goblin apart from other goblins.
I love that. 19 total.
Oh yeah, you could definitely see some like very distinct like colorations. His eyes are, the way his eyes look. He's got all kinds of distinguishing factors about him that you're like, yeah, I can tell this goblin. I can tell this goblin apart in a crowd of goblins.
Ah, I shall call you Bright Eyes.
Karoo kind of looks at you. Bright Eyes. That's interesting. I like it. I'm Bright Eyes now. And yeah, he's standing like same as you. But, bigger, bulkier, and like, you're like, that is a specimen of a goblin.
Yes. I turn and I look at Karoo. This is satisfactory.
Yes, some of my best work. Not as cheap to make as some of the others, but the effect looks like it's good.
Of course. Well,
Shall I keep making them?
what is the trade ratio? How many to make him?
He just looks at you and goes, "Do you really want to know the details?"
I want to know the number.
That's the details. You know what they say. The demon's in the details.
Give me the number, so I can determine whether or not it's worthy trade?
3 prisoners for every 1.
So a 3-to-1.
It's a 3-to-1. Yeah, we take 4 prisoners in, you get one of these guys out.
And how many goblin prisoners do we have? Total.
He goes, well, we have about 1,200.
Why was it even a question? Yes, make them more. If we have that many, yes. We do not have that much food at the crossroads to be feeding all of them. No, they... Yes.
True, but they could be used, like, I wasn't sure if you wanted the prisoners to be used for, farming or other things.
Their usefulness will increase with this ritual, yes?
In my opinion, hands down, at least 3-fold. As he giggles and, like, slaps his leg.
I look at him. I let him get his giggles out. And then I say, look, Karoo, I don't want to know the ins and outs of every minutia of your rituals or the magics you employ. What I do wish to know is the details that affect our efficiency. Yes? If a 3-to-1 trade must be made to have even better labor, well then, make the trade.
He bows his head and he goes, of course, but I just wanted to keep you apprised. You asked to be kept in the loop.
Communication is key.
Exactly. And so, now that, now that Bright Eyes is gone, the question's now, is there anything I can do for you, Vittlesby?
How do you govern your tribe?
Well, it's pretty easy. Is there a specific question of how? Or just a general of how?
What are the laws that would cause you to end a goblin's service to the tribe?
He laughs and, and he just kind of like gestures to the ground around him. He goes, there's a lot of things that could lead to one being used for less than effective means to propel someone else into a better situation. But I don't normally have to worry about anybody breaking the rules. Because, the rules are, well, kind of ritualed into them.
Really?
Yes, it's kind of like your gift with your trick with tongues, so to speak now. It's a form of compulsion.
Well, I do not wish to have mindless slaves, so I will not employ this method for the whole of the crossroads.
Do you want it for your personal guard?
having a personal guard that listened to my every command, no matter what, would be nice. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that I could achieve that with my voice now.
You more than likely can. I've not really known how your voice works. It's different than my methods, but it's effective. I don't know how effective. My way is effective 100% of the time.
Ah. Let me flex out a bit, and then we'll see. Oh, good Gaiden, you have, come too.
Yeah, Gaiden, you are in a room with Karoo. It looks eerily similar to the room that you got your recording device from. If you're there.
If he is present.
Yes. If not, then, you know.
All right.
I'll let you flex out. I'll let you feel out how it works with Bright Eyes, and you can let me know how you want to proceed from there.
Of course.
Let me know how the prototype works. And I will begin preparing for many rituals.
There you are, Gaiden.
Yes.
Yes. Well, we shall leave you to it, Karu. Gaiden, come. We must come up with the laws of the crossroads.
But Karoo bows. If there's nothing else that you all would need from me.
To your business, Karu.
As you will, Biddlesby.
I head back.
Gaiden, is there anything you want to stick around and talk to Karoo about, or are you bouncing with Biddlesby?
I'm bouncing with Biddlesby.
Alright.
Yes. Sorry to pull you from your workshop there, Gaiden. It wasn't comfortable walking out of the crossroads by myself with Karu.
Yes, my body is with you, but my mind was still in the workshop.
Yes, I could tell.
Sorry.
But, it seems the goblins need regulation. Rules, as it were.
Okay.
And I, very simply, a goblin shouldn't kill unless sanctioned. That should be one.
All right.
Another should be a goblin shall not steal from another goblin whilst at the crossroads.
Okay.
I don't wish to take away their form of settling disputes, but I don't want them to kill each other over things.
Yes.
Hence the first rule of don't kill unless sanctioned.
There should be no fire casting areas.
Where do you suggest the non-fire cast areas be at the camp?
Well, they need it in their huts.
You hear a pretty impressive like a pow come from somewhere far away with a faint scent of alchemical smoke drifting from where Argh is in the crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like our troll friend has been busy while we were away. Quickly now. Up to.
Yes.
What do we see when
square.
we arrive?
No fire casting in the square.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Argh is just fiddling. That was maybe don't have fire casting around food stores or alchemical supplies.
Yeah.
Hint.
Gotcha.
As you guys come around and you see Argh and you see you see Tom Tom. Tom Tom looks like a thick boy.
Oh. He
Like-
thick boy.
Yeah, like his, and you can tell like his skin looks tougher, and like it's gonna be hard to puncture that guy. And then like the bones on him are getting big and thick, and he looks more menacing by every passing moment.
Oh god, the change is supposed to continue to happen.
Well, there are variables involved that just you see. It's a matter of the ingredients and I don't know. I've only done this once before.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. I'm going to pretend I did not hear that.
Everything is fine. Probably.
I go to my tent. And I'm gonna start drafting the 4 tenants.
Okay. You begin drafting the 4 tenants. Rugger comes in after a little while. Well, Biddlesby, I wasn't able to find Karoo, but he sets down the thing, and I've compiled how everyone else governs their tribes, and I included myself in there as well.
Well, thank you, Rugger. Let me see.
He hands you this stack of papers. He goes, I think it should be more of a, we should have a system where we have someone who kind of governs over smaller pockets of everyone so that it is easier to distribute out word and consensus can be reached by the masses.
Like a, like representatives of the tribes?
Not even the tribes, smaller than that. Almost slightly above family units.
Huh. Well, I shall take that under advisement, Rugger. Thank you very much.
He bows his head. You are most wise, Biddlesby. Most wise.
Thank you, Rugger. Is there anything interesting? Or is it kind of how Drekken said it was going to break down?
After you kind of like look over it, like you get the general consensus that Drekken had it down pretty well.
Dragon had it down pretty spot on then. The first sentence I write. A goblin shall not harm another unless sanctioned.
Okay.
The second sentence. A goblin shall not steal while at the crossroads.
Okay.
Third sentence. A goblin... goblin shall not have... shall not use its fire while in the square, the meal court, or the laboratories. And the fourth tenet.
Unless cooking for a group.
Stop. A goblin is obligated to obey the commands. But nope, I scratched that out. And then I write, a goblin shall follow all three of these tenets unless it interferes with the safety of oneself.
Okay. We're going iRobot with it. I like it.
Yup. Yup.
Alright. So you draft this down and I assume call for Drekken at some point?
Yes. After I've finished the draft, I call for Drekken.
Drekken comes in and he's got like 3 books so far. And he sets down these 3, smallish books.
Right. Like ledger size.
Slightly bigger than ledgers. And he just... Biddlesby. I've been busy.
I see.
So we have the tenants, I presume?
I slide him the paper.
He picks up the paper, he reads it, he just blinks. He sets the paper down.
Well?
How do I...
Don't sugarcoat it, Drekken. I need your counsel.
He does the in through the nose. So where's the real tenants?
Wow. That took me an hour.
He just looks at you like, are you serious right now? Like, are you serious? Like, you say it takes you an hour, and he just kind of like gives you the big eyes of like, do what? He opens up one of the books and sets it in front of you, and you can see like detailed law.
Yeah.
And he just... Fiddlesby, how about I help you out a little bit more
All right.
than what I already am? How about I draft a set of tenants, and we'll see what you think of it.
You know, I think that would work out swell.
Just, we'll put your name on it.
I'll change up the words so it sounds like it came from me.
Exactly, and then you can hand it back to me, and I can make sure it's still good, and not this.
Come on now, Draken. Tell him how you really feel.
And just so you're aware, Biddlesby, and he flips through the book halfway through it. He goes, "I have a section on murder and stealing,
There.
laws, actual laws, not tenants. That you know."
Fine.
Just shut the book and. It's your first time, Biddlesby. It happens. Not everyone is an amazing governor the first time they sit in the seat of authority. And he kind of gets up and he starts to walk for the tent. He goes, "You should go hang out with the princess."
Visibly, I go from laughing at my own ineptitude to pale face terrified.
I'm sure you two could braid each other's hair or do whatever you elves do.
Wow. Wow. Okay, Drekken. I'll let that one slide.
He just shakes his head while carrying your tenants. Just
And against my better judgment, I'll follow his advice and spend the rest of the time with the princess.
Alright. Gaiden, what projects are you doing, or is there anything you're wanting to do around camp aside from, seeing how you look in your workouts and stuff like that?
I think it's time to shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
I need some platinum.
Alright.
Yes. And I don't. Yeah, I'll go to the Dwarf Forge.
You go in, Ragnar is busy crafting up more links to some of the chains that you guys requested for the trolls.
I'm gonna see if he's got 10 ounces of platinum.
He looks at you and goes, "It's been a day, and already you come asking for some material." It's all good. We have some platinum. And he walks over to this wall that's got various like Dwarven script on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch him put in a sequence of codes on the on this wall of script, and the door opens up. And in the room, you see a floating cage kind of thing. Look like it would fit Argh inside of it.
Huh.
And then you also see stockpiles of resources. And he goes
Taking a note of that cage.
He walks over and he goes, 10 ounces of platinum, he said. Lifts up like 2 small ingots and tosses, and he hands them over to you. And he goes, any particular thing you're making?
Yes.
A surprise.
Well, I want to make sure it works first.
A surprise it is.
Yes.
It's a good thing you're in the guild there, Gaiden. I like you. I'm excited to see what new thing you bring. He's like, you can always come over to the forge. You can leave your
I've been
workshop.
meaning to talk about that. I think I need to upgrade my workshop as well to a full facility.
We could get that done. It'll take. The princess's little home is almost done, so we'll work on your workshop next.
All right.
Plus, I mean, it'll be good to have, it'll be good that the guild has a permanent structure here in town. And we have a wonderful representative already here. Oh, before I forget, and he walks over and he pulls out a sword. He goes, give that to Biddlesby.
All right.
He goes, he's done a great job for me and the lads, so I figured it was only fair to give him a gift in return. It's similar to your armor. It's better than what you currently got.
All right. I'll make sure he gets it.
And he gives you a nod. Well, thank you, guy. And if there's anything else you need, you're more than welcome to come on over. And you're more than welcome to, if you need to have a more, have a better forge and have a better working space, you're free to come on over as well.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll...
At least until your workshop gets made proper.
Yeah, if I need something, I'll definitely be over here because this will be an interesting build. I can assure that.
He just kind of, well, I've still got a lot of work to do, so I'll leave you to it.
All right.
And you just see him like pour another mold for another link for one of the chains. So you have your 10 ounces of platinum and Biddlesby's new sword. So are you going back to the workshop, or are you going to go...
No, I'm going to swing the sword by Sir Biddlesby first.
Okay. You go to his tent, he is not there. Biddlesby's
like
a busy
that.
man. He is a busy man. Are you going to try and find him, or are you just going to leave the sword there in his tent?
No, I'll take it with me back to my workshop.
Okay. Take Biddlesby's sword, back to your workshop, and you start working on a new project?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of project are we talking?
Okay. So I've heard
Alright.
that there's you can create focuses for fairy magic.
Okay.
So I would like to start on creating a focus for our new fairy mages that are coming.
Okay. So kind of more of a jeweler thing.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a jeweler's check. Let me see. What do we need for a jeweler's check? Oh.
That's intelligence, right?
I'm double checking real quick. Glass blowing jeweler is agility.
Okay. So agility plus a pair, so plus 4. Need to get that up. Okay, so that's a 19 on this first one.
Okay. Yeah, so you start working the focuses. The material you're working the material very well. It's going to take a little while for it to be fully ready to go, but you're doing high quality work.
Okay.
All right. And then Argh, you are messing with the troll, getting Tom ready to go.
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting until he's capable to get up and move, and then we're gonna go troll hunting. Well, troll collecting,
Okay.
recruiting.
Right. Give me a. It takes a little bit of time, but if you are going to go try and find another troll, give me a awareness.
That is an at 20.
You find yourself a troll out there, all right.
Perfect. Well, what are we looking at?
It's another female troll.
Any particular size or
It's a little bit smaller than Megora.
okay? Any particular defining traits or anything like that?
With her being smaller than Megora, she's probably freshly adult. Yeah,
All right.
she's just really young, so she's still small.
I make a gesture
For a
to
troll.
Megora, and basically I'm a ambush leap, knock her down, try and knock her out, or at least ring her bell, and then Megora and I are gonna grab her and drag her back to camp.
Okay. So make your attack.
Huh. Right. Well, should probably come up with a plan B. Let's see here. That's a total of 10.
Yeah, as you leap out, she spots you leaping out at her and is able to avoid you. Let me see how Megora does with attacking the other side. Oh, Megora does a pretty good job. Like, basically, you force the smaller troll to jump into Megora's arms.
And one of the bigger things that we're going to do as we're grabbing her is making sure that she's muzzled or muffled, that she can't make any noise, or at least not very much.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Megora is able to subdue her.
Excellent. Well, we'll grab her, hold her
Drag
mouth
her
shut
back
with
here.
one hand, and two of us drag her back. tie her up in the same place the other troll was, Tom Tom.
Okay. Yep, yeah, it takes you most of the night to do that. So, yeah. I assume you're preparing a new ritual.
Yeah, this time. Let's see here. I've used the skin and the ribs. Don't do that anymore. Let's see. What do we want to do here?
Make sure you check the candles that they're the right type.
Does she have any notable physical traits or anything like that?
No, she's just kind of like she's a young troll. She's got nothing special about her yet. She hasn't come into a true troll. She hasn't come into her true troll glory.
Let's just use the leg bones and muscle fibers then.
Okay. Let's see, leg bones and muscle fibers. Okay. All right. Yeah. You begin to do the whole setting up the ritual and everything, and get it all ready to go. The next day, Biddlesby, you come out. You see Argh has a new friend. Gaiden's been working throughout the night.
Oh my. That's quite the busy schedule for all my compatriots.
By morning, I would say the lenses are almost done, or the foci are almost done for you, Gaiden.
Excellent.
You're just doing like the finishing touches.
I assume you'll need me to make an occult rule on setting up this ritual.
Yes.
And it's going to be intelligence based, right?
Yep.
Alright. Okay, not too shabby. Total of 18.
Yeah. You set up the ritual very well.
I get more and more nervous every time we do this because I know one of these times I'm going to critically fail, and every time I don't, I know I'm just that much closer to the one that is going to critically fail.
It's gonna be great when that happens.
Yup. Something like that. Oh, look, Cthulhu.
Oh, how fun.
All right. So I assume that since it was overnight, she's already gone through the ritual. She's pretty much.
Well, it takes you a little bit. Like it takes you a while to like set up the ritual the way it needs to be done, because you've already used a bunch of you used your already pre-fabricated materials and everything to do the original
Gotcha.
one. So
Well, and of course, I'm going to be educating her before putting her through the ritual. So probably starting at like 9 a.m. ish.
Yeah.
And she'll be done by about 1 or 2.
she will be done with the education or with the ritual.
With the ritual. I educated her overnight. So.
Okay. Ooh, it'll take her about 4 hours of the ritual in order for her to wake up from the ritual like Tom Tom did.
So yeah, that's about 1 in the morning then.
Yeah. And so.
Sorry, 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Brain.
Yeah. And so, yeah. Gaiden gets done. Yeah. Biddlesby, you see Argh, like, diligently working on getting the ritual ready to go, commencing the ritual, watching the ritual take hold.
No. All these rituals.
Yep, you are seeing more and more rituals.
I am starting to get more and more nervous as to what magics we're employing.
Just come and ask me.
Just
Bring the fairies.
You worry too much. Probably.
Apparently not enough. I didn't worry enough about the goblins to come up with their laws or make any good ones, apparently, so... By golly.
I could have told you wouldn't have made any good laws, Piddlesby.
Well, thanks for your vote of confidence, Argh.
We had a vote?
Never mind. I go see if Gaiden needs help in his workshop.
Yeah. You go in and Gaiden, Biddlesby comes into your workshop.
I say, oh, Biddlesby, just in time.
Oh, what
Here,
is needed? What?
hold this.
Uh,
I hand him a finished pin.
a finished what? Beep beep.
You touch the.
Anyone else having trouble with hearing him? Don't tell me that I'm messing up.
Beep.
Hello? Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Oh, I can hear you.
3.
Okay.
There we go.
That was weird, y'all. What happened there?
Not
All right,
sure.
ladies and gentlemen, Discord just had a massive hiccup, I guess.
Yeah, huge hiccup. Like,
It's fine. It's fine.
Gaiden, what were you handing me? I didn't hear nothing,
Oh.
dude.
Okay, so I say, here, hold this.
Okay.
And I hand you the pendant that I just finished crafting.
Okay, it's pendant. Why?
Yes.
Why should I hold this? What is this?
So go ahead and put it on. And as you're putting it on, I want you to imagine, I'm gonna when you heal somebody, you know how you you reach out, you touch them, and you let yourself cross over to them and put their skin back together. You know.
What?
Now, yes. Okay. Okay. Heal the pendant.
What?
Yeah, try to heal the pendant. So when you try to heal it, it should fill up with your will.
I attempt it.
Give me a roll a d20 and
10 on the die.
this is weird to you. Like
It's very weird.
Yeah, you're not used to really using your magic a whole lot, so you kind of do it. And it goes in. It's just not. It's not focused the way it should be focused, but it does go in a little bit.
Okay.
You spill a little bit of magic outside the focus, but a decent amount goes in.
Ah. Well.
Now, if you look in through the top in that little opening, you should see blue energy in there.
What do I see?
And
What does he see, Gaiden?
yeah, it should be anywhere from a really bright light if it was filled up all the way, or a barely perceivable dimness.
So you get like You get a dim look, but it's not like it's not completely empty. It's you got a little bit of magic in there. It's working.
Excellent. But the only problem is, right now your magic is in there. You could redirect it. You can take it back if you want to. So do you feel more empty right now, as you were 5 minutes ago?
You would feel a little bit drained. So
I feel tired. Gaiden.
All right, now ask it for healing.
But I don't need healing. I'm tired.
Right. That's you're communicating with it, but like, I will ask it to to make you fill again, like less
what?
tired.
What's the purpose of this, Gaiden?
You can give it as much as you can give it, and then take it back whenever you need it.
I don't understand the purpose of this. This is silly.
It's not for you, but I just wanted to show you that it's for the mages when they get here.
Well, I'm drained of my essence, and
Well, take it back.
I don't know how, Gaiden.
Like, breathe in with your magic.
That's not easy to do.
Well, try it.
make an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana. 18.
Yeah, you're able to pull it back out of the thing. You feel better.
Never have me interact with this again. This is silly.
Well, I'll take it from you then.
My goodness.
And I reach my hand back out for it.
Why would you waste your time with metals when all you need is a simple acorn in the light of the moon?
This is an instant acorn.
This is a silly thing. A waste. You drain a person and then you have to go get an acorn so you can have a metal acorn underground. It's silly.
Almost. But it's something like that.
Silly.
But you'll see. I'll show you.
As you leave Gaiden, or are you leaving Gaiden's workshop now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Gaiden, do you remember to give him the sword, or do you still have the sword in your workshop?
100% he still has it.
As he closes the door, I go back out and open the door, and I'm like, "Hey, I have your sword for you."
What?
Yes, and I run back inside, leaving the door ajar. And I grab the sword, and I shuffle myself back out to him, and hand him the sword.
Fine.
You have a really nice, like it looks exceptionally well crafted sword. It's a great sword.
Do I get like a bonus to damage with it?
Yeah, it's basically it acts like Gaiden's spear, which is like a +1.
Okay. So, great sword +1.
Yeah. And then as Gaiden gives you your sword, Drekken comes up to you. So, Biddlesby, I've got the tenants.
Yes.
I've got the majority of laws done, I think, but I think you'll like the tenants.
Let me see.
He hands it to you, and you see, like, tenant number 1, unity and diversity. Every clan, every voice, one city, one strength.
Okay.
And then number 2, cunning is power. The sharpest mind rules the strongest fist.
Next.
Honor the pact, fear the betrayer. A deal made is a deal bound. Break it and face exile.
And number 4.
The strong guard, the wise lead. Strength shields us, wisdom guides us.
You know, Drekken, by the 4th tenet, I shouldn't be in charge.
I disagree entirely with that, Biddlesby. It takes great wisdom to realize you're out of your depth.
Well, I'll accept that as a compliment.
Exactly, as it was meant.
Well, these
And
are phenomenal tenants.
He holds his tenants out to you, and then he holds your tenants back out to you.
You didn't have to shove my failure in my face again, Drekken. That was a little...
Just so you have a frame of reference when you, review the tenants.
I essentially just do that, like, 5th grader plagiarize thing where, like, you copy your friend's notes, but then you just change every 3rd word.
Yep.
So, I just do that.
Yep. And then he
put Biddlesby on the thing.
Yep, and he goes, Biddlesby, this is spectacular. I'm impressed by your governing prowess. It's like you got goblins. It's like you're a goblin in your heart. We've goblinized you. He goes, so, in order to make sure that I'm the, what would you call it? The chieftain under you. Vice chieftain, so to speak. He hands you another document that he's drafted up.
Is it enabling him to have quite the governance powers?
Basically, it says that whenever you are out of commission or no longer not at the crossroads, he is responsible and takes over your position until you return.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically he acts as your second in command for, the crossroads. And it lists out like a whole bunch of different authorities he has and like different things that he's able to do.
Is there anything that is concerning to me in that document? Or is it just like a standard he's second in command and has those privileges things?
It's mostly just a standard thing.
Okay, you're saying mostly DM.
Because like there's some of it where you're like, I didn't even know I could do that.
Dang.
Where you're like, oh wait, I could do that?
I could have done that? Wait a second, I could have done this?
Like, as you read what he's basically saying, like, is some of the authorities that he would have, you're like, wait a second. I've been able to do this entire time.
I could have done this?
And it's like giving you ideas of things you can do, and you're like, so it's like, it surprises you. And then as you read it, you're like, I can do this. Oh, I could do this. And it's mostly you being like astonished at the fact that Drekken is very well suited for governance.
Well, I think we found the perfect place suited for you.
You sign that, I'll take it around to the chieftains and show them, make sure everybody realizes who's the the goblin in charge when Biddlesby's not around.
Now, just so you're aware, you will still seek guidance counsel, yes? If I'm not present.
Of course.
All right. As long as that's established. And I sign.
And he takes it and he immediately heads over to like Slagport and Karoo's people. And so that begins to happen. The ritual is completed. The female troll is awake. And you can see, like, she was already a small troll to begin with compared to Argh and the new male troll TomTom. But as she is also going through this weird metamorphosis, she is getting smaller. Like her muscle mass is reducing. But you can tell she's getting more, like, you know when you see somebody who runs marathons and how they're small but super fit? That's kind of what she is beginning to look like.
Cool.
And
Well,
that's an excellent place to leave off now.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
New troll added. Some
Yes.
extra things done.
Yes. We did, we got the goblins. The goblin prisoners are gonna start getting
Reduced and
multiplied.
divided into one.
Yes. The goblins' tier strength will be getting a multiplier.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was phenomenal to have you here with us at Midwest Dungeon Delvers. Playing, of course, our Fair Before the Foul stream. And, of course, much love from the Delvers. Other players, do you have anything you want to shout out, add?
Working on a new book.
Woo-hoo!
All right. Nice.
A fantasy psychological horror.
Ooh,
Mm.
that'll be wonderful.
Yes, sounds scary.
Sounds typical of quarantine. Like, let's be real.
Yep.
Not typical. I don't do horror.
Not
often or
atypical?
well. I've done horror every now and I dabble in horror.
I dabble, he says. There were
Ultimate
entire sessions in a couple of the campaigns you run where me and the other player was like, no. Like, I understand what you want us to do, DM, but no.
Yes, the time when it took you guys 2 hours to move 15 feet down a hallway was spectacular.
I don't want to relive that. That took... it's like every
Alien
step
isolation
something new happened. Isn't that cool?
Alien isolation vibes.
Very much so. Very much so. Anybody else?
Not really. No. I survived driving last night, which should probably earn me an achievement.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very much so.
Agreed.
And guess what? Next week, Monday, it's 60. So,
Yep.
gotta love the weather around here.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
You don't like the weather? Wait 5 minutes. It'll change.
It's gonna change.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna change.
Give it a minute. Just give it a minute.
Yep.
Negative 20 this morning, and in 4 days it'll be 60 degrees. So
We love that.
Yeah.
We love that. Anything else? Go once. Go twice. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again for stopping by Midwest Dungeon Delvers to enjoy the fair before the foul. And we'll see you next time. Oh, and just a real quick announcement if you hadn't figured it out. Tomorrow night is going to be Super Smash Quest, not Friday or Saturday morning like it usually used to be. It's going to switch to a Friday night stream. So come hang out over on Fedorable Will's channel, and you get to see me be body opponent bag. Only for a few more weeks, because Season 1 of Super Smash Quest is going to end soon. So tune in, and we'll see you then. But in the meantime, bye-bye, everyone. Say bye, players.
Bye.
Argh the troll with strength of stone, cave and mud his ancient home, blending ages, milk and honey, folk with brass, the mudmen's irony. Oh, the tales of night and day, grit and magic, steel and clay, guided in swords, riddles be praised, our gods paths in a wild race. It's the fair before the foul, the fair before the foul. Quiet steps on muddy land, Roman tools and elfin lore, stands between peace and war. Guide and glides on wings of green, sprites own magic, secret sheen, harbinger of twilight's call, dances through the midnight straw. Oh, the tales of night and day, grit and magic, steel and clay, guided in swords, riddles be praised, our gods paths in a wild race. It's the fair before the foul, the fair before the foul.